Mekatasi na Nigeria wepo, makachukumana tozo. Mekatasi na Nigeria wepo. I want you to listen to what this man has to say. He's a preacher, I'm telling you. A preacher of the truth. The conquest of a black man, the enslavement of a black man couldn't have been possible without another black man. After listening to this, you tell me the difference between those that sold us as slaves in the past and the governors and the so-called leaders you have now. No difference. It's only that we have come to say that enough is enough. We can no longer tolerate this rubbish. That's all. I want people to pay close attention to this program this evening. Pay very close. In fact, listen to it 10 times over to understand the hopelessness and the idiocy of the brain of a black man. Anybody who believes in Nigeria, believe you me, that person is not worthy to live as a human being. Listen to this. Very, very carefully, please. Listen.
Traditional leaders and the slave trade.
Slave
we
trade.
blame the whites for the slave trade we went through. We blame the whites that they offended us. They took us as slaves. But let's wait for a minute. Who sold the black man to the whites? Who sold the black man to the whites? Our own traditional leaders. The enemy is not outside. The enemy is within.
Always inside.
We are asking the Europeans to pacify us and also to apologize to us. Our traditional leaders must be the first to apologize on behalf of their ancestors for the evil they have done against their fellow blacks. Look at our attitude towards the environment and the destruction of our water bodies. All our river bodies have turned into dark brown. And you know what they said? In the next 20 years, if we don't stop this illegal mining, Ghana, we will import water to drink. Yet we don't care. And Chinese, they will come from their country into our forest, destroy our forest, destroy our land, and illegally mine and damage our waters. How can they come if the traditional leaders didn't give them permission to do that? And in one instance, while they were dead, our military went there to protect them. Our own military
Africa.
was supposed to protect us.
This is your black. Hell
The
no.
foreigners to destroy our water and destroy our forest. The enemy is not outside, the enemy is within. If you look at our own systems and structures in our country, we don't have a better system to improve the lives of people. Pastor, I was surprised when I read in China, they had a 10-year vision, and they said from 2011, their vision was that in 10 years from 2011, and 10 years from 2011 will be what year? This year, 2021, that they will raise over 20% of the people to become multi-millionaires. Now in 2021, they have 1.8 million Chinese who are multi-millionaires in China, and they are between the age of 40 to 50 years. Multi-millionaires. The government intentionally decided that they will make sure they will have 20% of the population multi-millionaires. They also agreed that they will make sure that they will lift up the poorest of the poor, and they lifted 100 million people from begging to live a better life. But in this country, in our country, we fight our own businessmen. Our government will fight our business people. When they know that your business is thriving, and they know that perhaps you are not sympathetic towards the running party or the ruling party, they will fight you, collapse your company, and make you poor. When in China, they want to make the people rich. In Africa, we want to make our own people poor. The enemy is not outside. The enemy is within. Look at our African...
Yo, this is my quote, and I repeat. Poverty is not the absence of natural resources, financial resources, or human resources. It is the absence of leadership. Okay. I'll begin by saying that when greed, tribalism, ethnocracy, and nepotism encapsulate a group of people, no matter how rich they may be, they will never see the future. Africans that have had the heart to push the continent Africa to another dimension have been destroyed by Africans. Most of the fathers of independence had their nations at heart, and if they were given the opportunity to execute what they intended to do, it would have been very possible for Africa to have emerged ere long. I'll give you a few analysis that will shock you. A country like Togo got independence from France under the leadership of Sylvanus Olympio. Olympio did not want the France CFA. Olympio created the Togo currency. But a man called Iyadema Nasingbe was used to eliminate, that is a Togolese, used to eliminate a Togolese that has Togo at heart. Iyadema Nasingbe killed Sylvanus Olympio. You go down to Burkina Faso, there is this guy called Maurice Yamiyogo. He was the one that gave them independence. He was annihilated. The person that came later after him, Thomas Sankara, in 1987, he was still eliminated by Blaise Compaoré. You come to Central African Republic, there's David Dacko. David Dacko was to change the nation in another dimension, but a man called Bokasawa used to eliminate him. You go down to Congo Brazzaville, there's this guy called Maron Ngwabi. Ngwabi also was eliminated through a coup d'etat. Now, if you go down to Guinea Equatorial here, there was this guy called Masias Ngema. It was his own cousin, Obiangema Basoko, that was used to eliminate him. You go down to Ghana, Osage from Kwame Nkrumah had a good intention for the nation. It was Kotoko, his own clear neighbor, that eliminated him. You go to Nigeria, the guys of Nnamdi Azikiwe, they were eliminated by Pope close to them. Now, if you put it in a nutshell, you go to Mozambique, Samora Moise Machel, it was his close partner that eliminated him. The West, and I repeat, will never and ever have access to Africa until they use Africans.
This is what I call preaching. Not all that nonsense they talk about. The 40 million auditorium rubbish. They can never speak the truth. Imagine if every Sunday in the churches that you have in the South, even in the Middle Belt, the priests were to climb the pulpit and repeat exactly what this man is saying. There will be a revolution overnight. What the preacher did not say is that in China, before China became what they are today, there was a revolution by the people. Do you understand? This video is very clear. The enemy with black people, the enemy is always within. It's a good thing he's preaching from Ghana. The people that conquered Nigeria for the white man are Ghanaians. The West Africa Frontier Force is from Ghana, recruited from Ghana to come and fight. Fought us at Benin, fought us all the way at Arochukwu. Ghanaians recruited by white people. The same way we have today, those fighting a better tomorrow for our children are the so-called governors, so-called Igwe, so-called idiot, a beggar who lives in Lagos writing rubbish, claiming he's an intellectual. Compare the future they're offering you to the future that we are offering you. We are offering you a future of employment, a future where the vision of the government will be to produce, let's say, 2,000 millionaires every blessed year. The leaders of China are not making these millionaires for themselves, not the politicians, no, ordinary people, because they love their people. Look at what is happening where we come from. They impoverish their own people. Chinese, how can you build billionaires without industries and factories? But in the zoo called Nigeria, the lives of Ibeto are being impoverished. People who could have been millionaires are being impoverished so that the Fulani that is so work shy and lazy can ascend the throne of power, riding on our collective ignorance. That is why I hate Nigeria. Not that I hate the people in it or anything of that sort. It is the pervading ignorance that I find almost debilitating, I'm telling you. It is shocking. How long are we going to continue this way? They held their meeting in Kaduna. Nobody talked about youth unemployment. Nobody said, how are we going to get our children meaningfully employed? You claim you love your children. There are no jobs for them when they leave university. You have not sat down to strategize, to say, how do we provide? It is your job as a politician to provide jobs, or at least to create the enabling environment, to allow industries to thrive. But it is not happening because you don't love the people. That is why your first recourse is DSS arrest, army shoot. Because you're a tyranny. You people don't deserve to live. And until we rise above all this nonsense, the country or the homes where we come from, that we are likely to bequeath to our children will be far more worse than that we have encountered.
Nigeria wepo makachukumana tozo mekatasina Nigeria wepo makachukumana tozo ifene melugudu na wanyanya midi ya melomana tozo oh no 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 udelumo ya melomana tozo no place like go manamana tozo if it the vex you commit suicide you manamana tozo
economy, still a well odd. No road, no line, water no the flow. And if you talk police, then go come carry go. Giving people fake promise for their campaign. After the election, the next section are siren. Sufferness now a block fest. People dying, very good propaganda and lying. Some face of 80s with a C for ya work like Jackie salary probably next year. Everybody want to be like Mandela, the king of hero, while their heart is full of evil, like King Pharaoh. Mpansi but that yok man aseme border. One and two Ogadika will another summer clearing and raking labor. Ogadika Ghana, political manipulation. Nobody say something. We can take this for granted. We could do something. I don't know, but I will look at that. We are something.
Mekatasina Nigeria wepo makachukumana tozo mekatasina Nigeria wepo makachukumana tozo ifene melugudu na wanyanya midi ya melomana tozo oh no 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 udelumo ya melomana tozo no place like go manamana tozo if it the vex you commit suicide you manamana tozo
agaya nganabo ijidoke mona gikeya intenabo moke kwesiri turu ya mobata mbo motie sidizi ugba anyị noze na nko achọrọ leader abụrụ erula nke ge mobodo anyị nọkọ dịtụnụ beta enye ndị ọchịchị ego anyị akpachie ma chezo n'ọtụtụ mgbenye afụbeghị tachie economy dị high for BP ọtụtụ nakwụgharị with CV ọtụtụ ndị anyị ka nọza GG let all this ọ na-enye n'ụmụ MP our country chọrọ dịka America manye nwere love ka ndị America ya mee nji gwanụ Jehova na ntawa na dizu maka chimma nna tata
mmekatasina Nigeria wepo makachukumana tozo mmekatasina Nigeria wepo makachukumana tozo ifene melugudu na wanyanya midi ya melomana tozo oh no 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 udelumo ya melomana tozo no place like go manamana tozo if it the vex you commit suicide you manamana tozo manna tozo manna tozo get the phenomenon of this our nation no matter go chakwa bed no occupation I must tell you it's from the foundation man and put to the blame on our generation aburu eve mado go chakwa put aburu a thief any nation they down for jubilation let me see you raise your hands and shout congratulations I will peace pass this bad information fuel arigo gas arigo oil arigo kede bag bido anyu ekugo unu anugo na waga yimehari amalu na ofugo obodo kpọlakpọ anyị nwatọla atọ by 30 years ịmana guys chọrọ igo moto lụọ n'ụlọ na-apịapịa na-agba agba buto mmekọtasị na Nigeria wepụ maka chukwumanna tozo mmekọtasị na Nigeria wepụ maka chukwumanna tozo ife na-eme n'obodo na-agbanye anya mmiri ya melomanna tozo oh no 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 o wutelumo ya melomanna tozo no place like anyị kwego manamana tozo if it vex you commit suicide
ichekwa anyị na-azụ adọrọ na River Niger bi vekle ka mụ atawa beg